Tonic Craft Kit unboxing video. This one is kit number 25 and it is all based around the final colour trend for 2019. So Tonic have been bringing out these gorgeous colour trends throughout the year, and this final fourth one is called Blue Blossom, and it has products from across the whole range from Tonic, with like all of their papers and all of their brilliant Nouveau products as well. And so this kit is called Blue Blossom because it is that final colour trend of the year. And yeah, so let's get on to the unboxing of it. So I have the piece of paper this month so I can tell you the names of the cardstock and everything. And there are kind of two, one is definitely an exclusive, and I'm not sure about these, but these are definitely not on the market at the moment. They might become available at some point, but these are totally exclusive at the moment. So it's a beautiful little pair of real precision tweezers, and they've got the gorgeous Nouveau logo printed onto them, and they're this gorgeous silver. They almost look sparkly. They're really, really pretty. And then they have the little protective plastic on the end of them because they are so fine, like really like needle fine on the end of them. If you want a comparison to, where is my pair of them? Here they are. These are those EK Success tweezers that a lot of people use, and I think they're even, maybe even finer than them actually. So that is the EK Success ones, and they are like that fine. Yeah, I reckon these Tonic ones are even finer. So if you want something that's even finer than those EK Success ones, then these are definitely brilliant tweezers. They are the opposite to the EK Success ones, so those ones are reverse, whereas the Nouveau ones, they are the ones, just they act normally, you know, you press them together and the end bits go together. But they'll be perfect for picking up little gems or sequins, or if you're doing a lot of paper piecing, picking up all the little pieces and everything as well. So those are a great tool to have. And then the other exclusive thing to the kit is this Nouveau embellishment mousse. This mousse goes perfectly with the Blue Blossom range, but it's actually a brand new colour. So I haven't got the Blue Blossom range yet, but I'm pretty sure the Nouveau mousse that's in that set is called Poppy Pink, but this one is called Victorian Blush. So it's a really gorgeous muted kind of pink. I haven't opened it yet, obviously, because I haven't done my videos yet, but I will open it to show you. So the way I open a mousse is, I found you do want to try and keep this seal on if you can. Or someone left a comment ages ago saying that they take a small piece of kitchen foil and like screw it up to the right size and then poke it down inside, so that really helps make it more airtight as well. But I tend to just use my craft knife to sort of break the edge around one half of it, and then I kind of open it like that and scoop it out, and I found that helps keep them a little bit more juicy as you're going to be using them. But it's a really gorgeous colour. If you have the expanding mousse, before in a video I've mixed the white linen expanding mousse with the red leather, and you get a gorgeous pink. It's kind of that pink, it's pretty much that kind of a pink, so that's a gorgeous colour. It reminds me of like a lipstick pink actually as well. So that is that. So that's exclusive to the kit. And then we have also got some of the bits and pieces from the Nouveau collection from the Blue Blossom range. So we have two of the full-size pots of confettis and sequins, and we also have a baby one of the Nouveau drops. So in all of the colour trends there's 4 Nouveau drops, but the one we have got in here is Shimmering Rose, and so this is a metallic one, and it goes really nicely with that exclusive colour of mousse as well. I'm sorry that doesn't really pick up the actual colour of them. It's because my camera doesn't like pinky purples, but if you go on the Tonic website that will be linked in the description, they should have better photographs of all of the actual colours of these as well. And then the two large bottles of sequins and confettis that we have are think these are actually my two favourites out of the 4 of them that come out in this colour trend. So we have Bluebell Hearts, which are a really gorgeous colour, and they're the same sized hearts as some red ones that we got. It was in, when they originally brought out confetti, there was a set called like Cross My Heart or something, with all the confettis in, and there was little red hearts in that. They're the same size as those, but they're blue, but they've also kind of got that holographic-iness to them as well, so they kind of shimmer with a bit of pink and a turquoise colour too, as well as that navy blue. So really, really pretty. I can't wait to use them. And these tweezers will be absolutely perfect for picking these up, because these are kind of a little bit thinner in weight than a normal sequin would be. So I think some people struggle with trying to pick them up and place them singly to decorate a card, but with these little tweezers you should be able to easily pick them up well, and especially with the sequins as well. And the sequins are called Pink Tutu, and like with all of the colour trends that they've been bringing out, they've been bringing 1 bottle of sequins out with each one, and they have the 3 different sizes inside them. So you have the tiny little one and the big one and the middle sized, so you can really get that nice scattering effect across your card, because you've got the multiple different sizes in there. And again, they're pink, but they've got that kind of iridescent look to them, so they sort of sparkle with a bit of a different colour pink and a bit of a goldy tone as well. So really, really pretty. Then I'll show you the papers. We actually get 1 of each of the papers that are coming out in the Blue Blossom Craft Perfect range. So there are 8 different ones in here, and they're so gorgeous as well. So this first one, which is actually, it's a glitter card, and it has a mixture of blue and silver glitter inside it. And this one is called Cobalt Blue, but it's a really, really pretty glitter one. And this is their glitter card, which like pretty much doesn't shed at all, but it still feels like the texture of glitter, but it doesn't actually shed. Then we have this gorgeous one, and we've had this in a few colours in the past, and this one again is on black rather than being on white. And this one is called, I think it's Midnight Sky. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that must be Midnight Sky. So that's called Midnight Sky. And then we have another handmade paper, which is a really pale pink, but it kind of comes across white on my camera. But this one is called Pink Petals, and we've had this pattern before in different colours as well. I remember having a brownie version, so this is a really gorgeous one. I think this has to be one of my favourites. This one is called Navy Toile. There have been a few different colour versions of this in the past as well, but it's a pearlescent card with that kind of etched rose design within it. It's really, really luxury kind of look. Then we have a double-sided pearlescent card. You can kind of get that sheen on there. It looks pretty much identical to the kind of colours that are showing in those Pink Tutu sequins, and this one is called Princess Pink. Really, really lovely colour. Then we have a silky mirror card. This is gorgeous, this one. I don't think we've had a nice deep blue silky mirror card. Oh, actually no, there is one. There is one. But this is more of a navy kind of a blue, and it's called Blue Obsidian. Really, really pretty. Then we have a normal weave textured card that has that texture on one side, and then it's you can still see a texture, but it feels smooth. And this one is called Ballet Pink. And then finally, this one is stunning as well. You know, they brought out lots of different foiled craft cards a little while ago. This is stunning, this one, and it is called Rose Gold Posies. But it really is rose gold. And if you have any of Tonic's sun-kissed copper gilding flakes, which I'm pretty sure we've had 1 or 2 little pots of them in the past in kits, that will go absolutely perfectly with that foiling on there as well. So that is the A4 pieces of paper that we get in with the kit. Then finally we have the dies and the blisters. We don't have stamps in this kit, which is kind of sad because I love the stamps, but we do have a really gorgeous 3D die set in here, and we also have the gorgeous sticker as well, which says Blue Blossom on it to go with the colour trend. So the dies that we have, I will take them out of the packet. So, the die set is called the Lantern Box Die because all of these pieces actually create 3 different sizes of lantern box. So you have the base piece to create a pentagon box, so a 5-sided box, a square box, so that's 4-sided, or a triangular box, which is 3-sided, and then you have the side panel to create the box, and obviously you cut that as many times as the number of sides on the base that you've chosen. And it has a gorgeous design where this bit kind of bends out and then comes back in again. I'm going to cut all of these pieces out and show you at the end of the video how to construct one. I think I'm going to go with the 4-sided one just to show you this. Actually, I might do the 5-sided one, and then I can quickly show how a 3-sided one would look and how the 4-sided one would look, but without putting them together. And then you have the panels to decorate everything as well. So you've got 2 different outside shapes to decorate this top piece of the lantern. I'll come in a bit further. And then, so you have 2 of the different outside pieces, but there's 3 different inside patterns for that. And then you also have a gorgeous scalloped, well, it's scalloped and it's got like actual holes in it, like big circle holes in it, as your first sort of big matte layer to go on this. And if you used that one in conjunction with this one, it would create the perfect aperture for these shakers that I'll show you in a second as well. But you have all the different layers to perfectly layer up the design. And on this one, actually, they've even added these little tabs of metal, so you can perfectly get that lined up inside to create a frame as well, which is brilliant. And as well as the panels to decorate the sides of the lantern, you also get these gorgeous little leaf and flower dies, which is brilliant that they've left them connected like this because you're less likely to lose them. And you also have a couple more flowers and a little sprig there as well, so they're brilliant for decorating. And you also have a little gift tag, which is perfect, and 2 sentiments that will fit wonderfully on that. So you have with love and for you, and then you also have the handle for the lantern as well, so you can use this to create a little handle on the top of your lantern, so that you can easily lift the lid off maybe, or actually hold the lantern up as well, depending on how you want to alter this design, because I think it is an open topped design once you make it, but if you watched the unboxing with Alison on the Tonic YouTube channel, she actually showed how she'd made a little lid to go on the top of the box as well to like properly cover that up, but you also have holes on the top of the box, so you can even weave some ribbon around the top of the box as well if you want to. So there's loads of different bits and pieces you can do with this, and I'm going to show you at the end of the video how you would construct a lantern. However, I know a lot of people are probably going to be doing videos making the lantern, so all the videos that I have planned, I've got 3 videos planned to make like 5 cards. They're all going to be cards, not any of the 3D projects, because I'm sure that a lot of the other people who've got the kit, and also on the Tonic Facebook videos and YouTube videos showing the kit, they're going to be making the 3D lanterns. So I wanted to show you the versatility of the kit for those of you who don't like the 3D projects, because I know a lot of you do, but I often get comments of people saying they weren't keen on the kit because it has a 3D die set in it, but that is kind of what Tonic is known for with their die sets. They're really well known for their 3D building sort of dies, but I do get where people are coming from, and they like actual cards rather than 3D projects. So I really want to show the versatility of the kit, and how you can just use the shapes within the kit, or even the lantern element and the shaker elements, to create actual cards as well. So I think that will be a really good thing to show. And then finally I will show you the blisters that you get. So you get 10 blisters, which is brilliant, and I'm sure these will be available to buy on the website, and you can also, if you're a subscriber to the kit, you can also use your code TCK to get 10% off your orders as well, if you're topping up on bits and pieces off of the website as well. So this is the shaker window that obviously if you were creating the lantern, you would use that die like I said. I think it's that one. No, maybe it's not. It's this one, I think. Yeah, it's the straight edged one. So it's that little straight edged one that would cut the perfect sized aperture for this window to sit into. And so you have two that are slightly larger to create an extra frame around this to give you a sort of window frame or something. But one of my cards, I'm going to do it as a present, because when I was watching the unboxing video, I was like, oh, that looks like a present if you turned it on its side. So I'm going to do it this way and try and do some kind of ribbon element to it as well, and have it as a little present on a card. So there are loads of different bits and pieces, or different ways of thinking of how you can use these little blister shakers as well. So yeah, I think this is a really sweet little kit. I really love this 3D box. I don't think Tonic have done a lantern before. I don't remember seeing one. But yeah, it's a really sweet little design. And the fact that they have managed to fit all of that possibility within one A5 set of dies is really good. Like, I don't know any other company that would be able to fit everything to make a 5-sided, 4-sided and 3-sided lantern, and with all these little extra panels to decorate and little words and embellishments all onto an A5 set of dies. So and I'm pretty sure the only thing that's holding you back is your imagination, because you can easily make this 6-sided. If you have some nesting dies and you find one of your nesting dies that has the same length sides as this, you can easily make this 6-sided, 7-sided, 8-sided as well. So don't think you have to just stick to 3, 4 and 5. You can build this bigger as well. Or if you don't have the base pieces, or like in, say you wanted to make a 10-sided one, it would be enormous and would have quite a big opening around the top of it. But if you wanted to do it, you could still make a base for it. You'd probably need an A3 piece of card maybe, but the way you do it is you just create the outside element, take off all the glue tabs, stick it onto a piece of card, and then because the tab would be stuck to the card, all you have to do is snip along the edges with scissors, and you can easily create the base for a box as well. And I mean, if you just wanted to try a 6-sided one, you could try it with that if you don't have any hexagon dies as well. So, I will be back in 1 minute and I will show you how to put the lantern together. Okay, so I've cut all the pieces out that I need to make a 5-sided lantern. It's all in weird colours because I was using up some of my scraps that I've got. But I did keep it all bluey green colours, so at least it kind of goes together. But it kind of shows as well, you don't have to have enough card of the same colour to make something. You can mix and match with different colours, especially if you did a square one and you just did the opposite sides, the different colours. That would look really nice as well. Or if you have a lighter coloured of card, like white card, or you know, just any kind of light colour of card, you can add inky stuff to it as well to make everything look like it goes together really nicely as well. So I'm going to show you a few different things. So this is using the largest of the layering dies, and the straight-sided one is the larger straight-sided one, which is the exact right size for the shaker. So I just wanted to show how you can cut an extra frame to go around the aperture that you've put into the actual side panel of the lantern as well. And I'll get a shaker out to show. I'm not going to stick this in because I don't want to waste one, but this is how you would add your little windows to your shaker. So the way they do the shakers, the sticky stuff is on the side that you put your stuff in, so then you can easily put your backing onto it. And so you obviously need to add adhesive on this side to stick it to the back of this window. I often put the glue on the card and then place the window inside. I find that easier. And because this is a lantern, if you wanted to, for these you could fill them full of the confetti, and then on the back, instead of putting a piece of card, you could put a piece of acetate or vellum, and then you'd still be able to see inside the lantern as well. Or if you've run out of these, you can just take a piece of acetate and just trim a rectangle to be the right size and just line it with a piece of acetate as well, if you'd rather, or if you've run out of these. Or say you wanted all 5 sides to be windows, you could do one that is an actual window and the other 4 could just be the acetate, so you're not using up 5 of your little windows. So there's loads of different options of ways that you can do it. And obviously if you put vellum over them, that would give a nice diffuse look if you put a battery operated tea light inside them as well. So to create the 5-sided one, actually let's show you, I'll do it like 3-sided, 4-sided, 5-sided I think. So I've put the adhesive on all of them. You want it along the bottom tab, the side tabs, and then there's 3 little tabs that create the top portion of the lantern. So we need to fold all of these score lines. So this one, this top one along that rectangle, is actually going to fold towards you. I've not put one of these together yet, so I'm hoping I'm telling you this right. And then the next one folds away from you, so that when the lantern goes together, you kind of get that kind of effect, maybe. I think that's how it works. And then that maybe sticks to the next one that goes round the corner, I think. Yeah, anyway, I'll figure it out with you. And then this one folds that way, and then obviously you bend all the little glue tabs backwards. And I'll just fold all of them, and we'll hope that I'm going to put it together the right way. But if not, we might make something else, you know. And obviously if you wanted to add all of the decorative panels on it, you want to do this while it's flat as well. It's much easier to get them to stay stuck if you do it while it's flat. I did the wrong way. Okay, so if you were going to do a 3-sided one, you would start with the 3 sides, and you're just going to stick that long edge together, and we'll figure out the top bit afterwards. Like that. So for a 3-sided one, you would have the 3 sides stuck together, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that is how it goes. So this one, the first fold folds backwards and the next fold folds forwards, so you get that kind of looks like a roof on a house, and that's where the roof overhangs the edge of the house. And then you're going to stick these around like this, so that is going to stick there, and this one's going to stick in here. So you're going to want to take the glue tab, or the backing tape off of both of those glue tabs, so that they will fold nicely together, and then that last one will fold on the top going upwards, giving the same kind of lip as the Venetian amphora die set that came out a little while ago. And obviously if it's 3-sided, you're going to end up with a 3-sided shape, and then when you get to the bottom, you're going to have cut your triangle and you'll stick that as the base on your triangle. Then if you're going to do a 4-sided one, you'll just stick the 4th side on, and again these would fold up the same way. Yeah, it is going to work like I thought. So yeah, they just perfectly go together, following that kind of taperedness of like a roof where it meets your house. and you're going to want to take off both bits of that adhesive because it's going to make it much easier. So then for a 4-sided one, obviously the 4 sides will come round, give you a square base, and then you just want to stick your square on the end of that. And I'm sure actually, there are more of the dimensional die sets that have come out recently that the side panels will, like, you'll be able to decorate the side panels with them. I have the CRaFTi, except it's downstairs, so I can't bother to go and get that. But I think maybe the panel from the CRaFTi that just came out, the scalloped edge CRaFTi, I think that would fit. I've got these here, the tag dies that just came out. They might be a bit long, but the width would work nicely with those Christmassy tag dies that came out recently, and they'd just be a bit, you'd have to just trim a little bit off the bottom of them, or the top if you want to keep the deer intact, because you've got some really gorgeous designs in there that would work wonderfully. And I think even the outside edge from that, yeah, the outside edge would fit perfectly. It is a little, the lantern's a little bit shorter than the outside edge, but you could easily just trim off the bottoms of all of them and decorate with these gorgeous dies as well. So you'd have more options, because within the die set you only have intricate panels for that lantern window shape. So if you wanted to cover the whole side of the lantern, you could easily add in these gorgeous dies. I will remember to link these below the video as well. They're the Enchanted Forest Silhouette Tag and Wallet die set, and then there's a second one that's called Wondrous Woods Silhouette Tag and Wallet die set. But I'll make sure to put them down below as well. And I'm sure there are other ones that would fit nicely on this as well. I'm trying to think what boxes have come out recently. I mean, the Winter Wonderland ones that came out, I'm sure they would fit on there nicely. I have one of the rectangular ones here, because I was using some of it. Even that sprig that comes in it, you could decorate that with the sprig. I'm sure there are a lot of sentiment dies from Tonic that would fit nicely on here too. And these kind of ones are probably, well, they would fit top to bottom, but they would be a skinny design on the lantern, but they would work really nicely. So yeah, there, obviously look through your stash of all of the Tonic dies you have, and even previous kits as well, because I'm sure there are other things that will work really nicely in conjunction with these. And even the triangle panels from them would work really nicely. You could even put 2 triangles, one way up, one the other way, or make them look like Christmas trees on the side of them if you wanted to make this more Christmassy. Just trying to think what was in last month's kit. I can't even remember. What was it? I have to get it, I can't remember. Last month's kit might kind of work. You could trim different portions off of the panel and decorate the sides with them, or let's have a look at a few more of the previous month's kits. I mean, some of these small little panels from the Dragonfly box die set that we got a few kits ago, you could put multiples of them on the side of this. This was kit number 20. Number 21, you could use some of these distressed edged dies to go on there as well, snip them into different sizes. From kit 22, parts of these would work quite nicely on there. Even that Sending Hugs sentiment would fit absolutely perfectly on that side panel as well. So really do go back and have a look at your previous kits and other Tonic die sets. I mean, even this from the Shadow Box die set, you could have some of that mistletoe on it, or this bow as well. That would look gorgeous on this lantern. So there really are loads of different bits and pieces that you can bring into this die set as well, you know, that will work nicely together with it. Need to put that one away. Okay, I just wanted to show you that as well. So let's get back to actually putting this together after we've got sidetracked. So for the 5-sided one, which is the one I'm just showing you how to make, we'll put the 5th side on, and just imagine they're all matching. Or to make this match, because I've used all bluey green colours, I could just splatter on the same colour of ink or the same aqua shimmer pen or aquaflow or something to make that look more as if it's supposed to go together. Or I could stamp some designs that overlap both panels so that it looks like it is supposed to go together as a whole thing as well. So think about using up your scraps. This isn't too big of a size to to cut out. It's about 6.5 centimetres by about 13.5 centimetres. So you know, that's probably quite a good scrap size that you might keep. So you can get some of these panels out of your scraps as well. So let's start trying to put this top section together. Let's start here, and we're going to take off the tape from these 2 pieces, and I'll fold that back under because I put too much tape on it. And I'm going to leave the top until the end, I think it's going to be the easiest way to do it. And I think I'm going to fold that tab backwards so it's not going to stick. And I'm going to go with that top sloping one first and try and line that up. Okay, so I've got that lined up, and then I'm going to look from the inside and just poke that tab back down so that that sticks really nicely. So you've got a really nice clean join there then. So we'll do the same on this next one. You could, if you didn't want to risk this high-tack tape sticking with that tiny little tab, you could use wet glue for that afterwards. You could just stick all of the sort of more roof bits together first, and then come back and from the inside stick all of the other bits together. Yeah, actually it shows you quite well how it goes together because I'm using 2 different colours of card. You can really see lining this cut side up to the score line there. And then again on the inside you're just going to poke that one together to give a nice clean fold. And you can see here how that last one would go together to make the triangular one, or this would go together to make the square one, or we're adding in the 5th one to make the pentagon one. So let's take the next pieces off. And I'm just doing the exact same thing each time, pulling that tab inwards and then lining up the roof part of the lantern. I'm hoping you can tell what I'm doing, because when I'm doing it, I'm looking at what I'm sticking together and not looking up at the viewfinder, so it's a bit difficult to know if I'm actually showing you it properly, but hopefully I am. So what's going to be better? I think I might stick that final side together first before I do the last 2. I feel like that's going to be easier. So it almost looks like a pagoda or something from a garden, actually. Okay, so now we want to... which one shall I go with? Maybe I'll try and get both of these done at the same time so I don't get stuck. So I'm going to take off those 2 tabs and these 2 tabs. Because I feel like I'm not going to be able to reach inside very easily if I don't do this one now. And I can't even get the tape off. There we go. Okay, so we want to do the final 2 slopey roof pieces. So we've got that one like that, and then finally, whoop, last one's a little bit trickier, but there we go. And then push those other pieces, little tabs in on the inside. That gives a really cute design actually. I really like that. That is really sweet. It does really look like one of those lanterns that you buy, especially with those holes around the top. And if you have a tea light inside it, that would look gorgeous. That is really cool. I really like it in the different colours actually. It looks really funky. So for the finishing touch around the top, I'm just going to take the tape off of those little tiny tabs, and then all you do is really easy, you know, just lining it up there. So you just tuck that one back behind, and then you're just lining them up. That wasn't lined up. It's difficult to do when you're trying to look in the camera. Okay. Obviously you can take much more time and care doing this. And obviously you will have decorated it so it will look really gorgeous at this stage rather than just a bare lantern. Although it does look really nice as a bare lantern. I think that looks really like sophisticated. Okay, so that's the last top piece. That looks really gorgeous. I love that little top lid. It's really sweet. Okay, and then to get the bottom to go on, I know there are different ways you can do the bottom, because I've seen some people before put the bottom in and then these tabs they would tuck over the top of the bottom, and then you could stick another one on the top of that and it would have like a double strength to it. But I tend to just stick it on top like this, and then if you wanted to, well, with this box you wouldn't be able to do it, you would have to do it the other way. To neaten the inside you would have to stick these tabs on like this, they were on top of it, and then stick another one on, and then from the inside you would have a neat bottom. But I'm just going to do it this way, and then yeah, you can see how easily that should line up. So I'm just going to take the tape off of all of it. I think you could do it one or two at a time if you'd rather as well. The other way might be easier, I suppose, to do it, but I tend to do it this way. So I just want to line up one of them first and then pull it round to the next one, and you're just sort of moulding the shape as you go around, and then it easily goes together. And you can't really get your hand inside that, so if you take a ruler or like a bone folder or the card creaser, you can just push the glue tabs from the inside to make sure they're stuck really well. And that is the gorgeous finished lantern. I really like that. That is so cool. I didn't think it was going to turn out that cute. I know I've seen it made, but you know, it still amazes you when you actually make it, and it's really sturdy. Like, that is really sturdy. I do really like that. And then obviously you can stick a little frame around them if you cut the windows out, or again, like I said, you can take all the panels from other Tonic die sets that you have and just alter them to fit the sides, and then you could use the actual top panels that you get to decorate the top pieces if you want to as well. I mean, with this one, with all the random colours I've used, you could just take the rest of your scraps and cut opposite random colours to be the little panels on the top pieces as well. And you don't get the rectangle to decorate the side, but if you just measured this with a ruler, you'd probably need a rectangle that's, depending on the gap you want around the edge of it, maybe do 5 centimetres by 7.5 centimetres, or you could do like 2 inches by 2 3/4 inches, would make quite nice little rectangular panels to go on there, and you could stamp on them, heat emboss on them, emboss them with an embossing folder. Because you haven't got as many panels to decorate, I think it gives your imagination more to work with, because you don't feel like you have to stick to what they've given you. You can actually just do whatever you like, really. So yeah, no, I really love that. And then you also get the handle too. So you get, the handle is like this, it's just one piece, which obviously you can stick from one side to the other to create a gorgeous little handle, or if you wanted it to be extra long, you could put 2 of them together, and I cut a third one because I was thinking if you wanted it to be a bit stronger, you could stick 2 together and snip these extra pieces off, and then add that one right down the middle, and it gives you that gorgeous little decorative element again, and then you could put it on like that. So yeah, I really love this actually. I didn't think I'd like it this much, but I really do. I might actually want to do a video making the 3D one now. So you might be seeing that, and I might actually use those woodland panels on the side because I really love the look of that too. So there might well be a video making this properly now as well. So yeah. Hi, just thought I'd pop back in really quickly just to say I did go ahead and make the gorgeous 5-sided lantern using the Enchanted Forest Silhouette Tag and Wallet die set and the Wondrous Wood Silhouette Tag and Wallet die set. I said it earlier on in this video that I thought these would work really nicely with the lantern, and they do. They work absolutely perfectly. They are a little bit too long, however, all I did was I used the scalloped rectangle that comes in the other die set to die cut them, and I worked out if you chopped off 5 scallops from the bottom of that rectangle, they're really tiny scallops, but the amount of 5 up, chop that off, they fit perfectly. And then I actually to hide all the sort of little exposed ends, I just added some double-sided adhesive to the back of some cardstock and cut them into little snow slopes just to sort of hide that bottom edge of them. And I made one of the windows acetate so you can see inside the lantern, so you could put a coiled up thing of fairy lights, or you could put a battery operated tea light or whatever you want to inside there. You could even like scrunch up some gold sparkly stuff and you'd see it through it, which would look nice. Yeah, and then on all of the others I layered up 3 of the panels, so I used the 2 different tree ones. There's a birch tree one which I put in the back of them all in a really dark brown, and then I used this more canopy tree one in a lighter brown in the foreground on all of them, and then I just swapped out the little character one because there's in each of those other 2 die sets there are 2 different characters. One of them you get the stag and the doe and the little baby deer, and then in the other one you get the fox and the owl with the little rabbit down here as well. So I wanted to incorporate all of them, and the fox and the owl one, they actually are a different shape. They have like a curved portion to the top because they go with a different tag that's in the other die set. But to get around that, because I've added this tree layer over the top, you don't even notice that they were a different shape. And I also lined up this panel to the bottom of the rectangle so that the little bit would get cut off at the top, which made it a little bit less rounded looking as well. I just wanted to quickly show you that. So there will be a video, that's one of my like sped up style ones, that just showing you like the process behind how I put these dies onto the little lantern from kit number 25 of the Tonic Craft Kit. So that video will be up at some point soon as well. I just wanted to, as I'd just made it and I still haven't edited this video yet, I thought I would quickly film a little bit just to show you how wonderful this lantern looks with those gorgeous woodland dies on it. I really love how it turned out. Really pretty, and it's really substantial as well now because I did put 2 bases on this one. You'll see in that video I did do the what I was talking about in the construction earlier on in this video. I put the 2 bases on it, and because you've got 3 layers on each of the side panels, it makes it a really lovely sturdy lantern. And the way I did the handle was I actually stuck 2 together like exactly on top of each other, but obviously with the professional edge, one underneath, one on top, and then I stuck part of that inside and part of it outside, so it's really like securely stuck on there as well. So I just wanted to show you that too. So yeah, I really love making that, so I just thought I'd chuck that bit of footage in here as well. Bye! I hope you enjoyed this unboxing video and having the little construction on the end of it as well, and I hope it's helpful for you. And all of the links will be in the description box below to where you can get the monthly subscription, the quarterly subscription, or the yearly subscription. Is there a yearly subscription? No, I think it's just it's a one-off one, isn't it? Yeah, so all of that information will be in the description below the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye!